Fly up inside of your dream. Fly up inside of your dream tonight and find yourself looking for a hat with polka dot sprinkles and glitter. Oh yeah, just kidding. It's whatever you want it to be. Find yourself dreaming inside of a closet that is fantasy. And make yourself break through the inclinations that you've always had to look a little deeper into the type of closet that you might want to see someday or way. Doesn't matter what it's made from, but it's a type of closet that reflects upon your innermost peculiarities. You've got to just dig a little bit deeper before you get dressed in the morning tomorrow, and you've got to think about the dream side of the closet that you've got inside of your closet, except you must use that dream time before actually going inside of your closet to be able to conceptualize what could be inside of that closet. Because when you wake up, who knows if the tooth fairy might have slipped something in there. I'm just saying to be able to use conceptualization, visualization a little bit when you're dreaming the night before actually going inside of the closet and getting dressed, to be able to conceptualize what could be inside of that closet. It could be the weirdest costumes that you've ever wanted to wear. It could be the costumes that entail the type of energy that is inside of the persona that relates to the persona that relates to the persona that is who you are inside of your wildest dreams. That has to do with energies, that has to do with accomplishing some sort of character, that has to do with reflecting upon what it is that character might want to do while inside of this realm and this world and this landscape that is known as humanity. Yeah. Okay, alright, that reflection is a matter of understanding what else is connected to that reflection in terms of where that character would want to go and where they would want to be and who else they are around and what kind of scene it is that entails what it is that entailing character is trying to do or accomplish. It is what they are in essence dressing for, what occasions they are getting ready to go and do, just like some kind of superhero that you might have seen or heard of in the past in a written comic book format. Oh yeah, but except in this instance you're trying to reframe it in the context of your own life, your own world, your own existence, your own conceptualization in that dream closet that exists inside of your dream when you're sleeping. Oh yeah, because that's actually connected to your subconscious, and that has to do with something that is conceptually slightly a little bit realish. Oh yeah. So pull out that dream closet inside of your dream. Go inside of that dream closet inside of your dreams and look real deep and see what's inside there. Before you even go to sleep, you could also be able to be activating that a little bit right now by just looking inside of yourself to be able to try to indicate and infer to yourself what to try to dream about before you actually go to sleep. Because there's that indication that you could give to yourself a little bit of an inference, a little bit of a nudge, a little bit of a conceptualizing direction to be able to push off in that direction, because you already have an idea, you already have an inclination, you already have an understanding, you already have a knowledge of what that character's closet would look like. Oh yeah. If you were anybody in the world, if you were any dream buddy in the world, if you were any person in the world that you could draw a picture of, a stick figure of, a drawing of a AI art, a picture of a character of anybody that does anything in any single day, in any time, any place, any ways, in any ways that they want to, with any vehicles, with any potential process to be able to get those things done. Oh yeah, what is it that character would be doing tomorrow? Yeah, that's one step in addition to what the kind of clothing that they'd be wearing. But obviously they need the right clothing to be able to be doing the things that they'd be doing thereafter that. So in addition to developing that clothing mindset, you're also developing what that character is doing inside of their actions in terms of the day. You're filling out the day, in essence, the schedule that would be following what would happen after that character gets dressed in that dream closet, in essence, in that closet in your dream. I mean, in essence, oh yeah, because you can always buy new clothes or have certain things made, because that's just a possibility in this world and day and age, because lots of fashion can be made all the time. Oh yeah, lots of talented people are making things. Okay, in terms of closet things and items and accessories in the way of fashion. Okay, most of what I'm referring to is the idea that you can break through what it is that you do and conceptualize. Oh yeah, something anew. Okay, moving on down from there, it is sort of a reflection that I'm getting at that you... Oh yeah, welcome to the news, by the way. Welcome to the news, welcome to the news, welcome to the news, welcome to the news, welcome to the news. Yeah, so once you've got that dream situation, that dream outfit conceptualized because you're awake right now, but you can also tell yourself what you're going to think about dreaming in your dream closet to be able to pick up for the morning in your dream world morning closet, morning for the dream that you're going to dream about. What is that character going to be wearing? What is that character going to be wearing? I'm asking you that right now because it's again asking you to reflect upon what that is right now as though you already are dreaming. But what is it that character is going to be doing? What are they going to be doing? What are they going to be doing? What are they going to be doing after they get dressed? So therefore, what is the clothing going to look like? And I ask this in detail because what it is that you're reflecting upon in the greater sense is what the Dinky Tehc mindset is trying to serve all people in an essential sense, which has to do, in essence, in an essential sense, with a mindset, which is exactly what this podcast is all about, from A to B to Z, and all of the podcasts in between is reflecting upon a spiritual spiritual science, spiritual finance mindset. That spiritual finance mindset is the actual costume for the Change4Games Studios realm, the Change4Games Studios world, the Change4Games Studios ability to plug in to the global giving games, global electricity, philanthropy energy grid. It's a philanthropy energy made grid. Oh yeah. And so all those elements, in essence, all those elements are in essence connected to the global giving grid. And what that does for you, it allows you to connect all human beings. It allows for all people in the world to become one country and one power and one energy, which is united and unified from the same thing about the closet example, from being able to look inside the closet and dream about what it is that you want to do, because this global giving grid with the global giving games is all connected through the global philanthropy energy global grid. It's a giant electricity grid which is attached to an ice hockey rink that's floating in the sky. And the engineering is underneath the ice hockey rink. It is a Games for Change and a Change4Games platform that allows for all human energy when understanding and realizing the Dinky Tehc mindset and the spiritual finance mindset and the ability to use spiritual finance to be able to then visualize how to convert that energy into energy that has to do with what it is that you want to see in your own life and things that you want to see in your own world and things that you want to see in what you actually want to do if you had to be able to if you were forced to be able to make a dream, and that dream to be able to reflect upon the type of closet that you want to see, so that you could then therefore engineer what that character is going to be doing, therefore after they get dressed in that dream world fantasy situation. And that has to do directly with spiritual finance, because spiritual finance has to do with being inside of a world where you can do anything and be anything in a conceptual surreptitious sense, or surreptitiously trying to surreptitiously shift into the unfulfilled potential market and be able to address the market, which has to do with a larger, wider market, which is valued at a high value, so to speak. The unfulfilled potential market, if you think about it, is what we're reflecting upon in the Dinky Tehc mindset, the spiritual finance games, Change4Games global giving mindset is what has to do with reframing the whole world as it is as of right now. So the unfulfilled potential market has to do with acknowledging all markets that are in the world right now, and the unfulfilled potential market seems to be pretty sizable. It's a pretty significant and sizable one, because a lot of people are geared towards doing things that they might not normally do if they realize that in their dream world, in this dream fantasy world, which you're reflecting upon right now, that they had in the morning to reflect upon their closet, and in their mindset before they go to sleep, they can dream about the dreams about the type of closet that they'd be reflecting upon, so that their actions would be changed after getting dressed in that dream closet, so that they are the character that is reflected upon by the outfit that's inside of that closet, that whole set of actions inside of their mind and that chemistry just shifts just a little bit. And it starts with the Dinky Tehc mindset. It starts with these podcasts. It starts with spiritual finance mindset, and that gives you the ability, it gives anyone the ability to reflect upon the potential, conceptual potential, upon using fantasy to develop reality in a certain respect that has to do with connecting global good and global giving games and voluntourism, that has to do with reflecting upon philanthropy energy. It has to do with not just monetary energy. It has to do not just with connecting with one situation that has to do with you getting a whole lot more money or things of that nature. It has to do with the global world. It has to do with every human being connected on a global giving games grid, on a global giving philanthropy energy grid that already exists. It's already a thing because everybody is already connected, because this world is a finite place, it's a finite space, there's square footage in the whole earth that is measurable by a measuring tape for the amount of actual finite square feet that exist within this land. However, in Change4Games Studios world, the finiteness is not a thing, because you can imagine the ice rink that's in the sky, and you can also imagine it being boundless and endless because it expands all throughout the sky, because the sky is not bound by square feet, and everybody can fit into the sky, assuming we can all fly, and we all can because we have shoes that allow us to float. In the Dinky Tehc mindset world, you're given shoes that allow you to float just straight away out the gate in this company that is Change4Games Studios and Dinky Tehc. It's a world, it's a mindset, and it starts with the Dinky Tehc mindset. It starts with these podcasts. It starts with acknowledging and understanding, just acknowledging spiritual finance to begin with. Spiritual finance to begin with is being able to develop the riches from just acknowledging energy, from being able to have the ability to acknowledge energy, from being able to be alive, to be able to acknowledge energy, and the conceptual mindset and the conceptualization of all humans being connected in essence in the unfulfilled potential market, which is significantly sizable. And another thing, which is a reflection upon a YouTube video I saw a couple days ago that talks about markets and exiting companies and significant value in the monetary energy and the world the world space of commerce, the world business space, the world monetary energy space, is that it's ideal to develop businesses that have to do with momentum that already exists when you're rolling in the direction of it, as opposed to rolling against it. And in this unfulfilled potential market, there's a whole lot of unfulfilled potential that has to do with a whole lot of market demand, in terms of this is like rolling a ball down a hill as opposed to rolling a ball up a hill. So this momentum is going in the direction of already existing energy, where the market has direction of facing interest to begin with, and such things like there's a demand for it to begin with, which is having to do with like people, and the interest to be like all superheroes and all living as one in one world country, to be able to be supporting each other and being able to able and possible to acknowledge the connectiveness and the interconnectiveness between all human beings, because that is a thing that is in demand, because it just reflects upon how people act within day-to-day society and life and their actions. And also Marvel movies being some of the most popular movies that have ever existed in a widespread mainstream sense. Oh yeah, but there's plenty more indicators. And in addition to that, you can still quantify the value through just a simple equation of acknowledging a few statistics that reflect upon the unfulfilled potential market. Oh, yeah. But the essence of the global giving games and the philanthropy energy situation is that, in essence, you are not obligated to do anything outside of making your profile and situation where you're acknowledging who that person is from the closet. And then once you've established that character's functions and functionality, it is in essence a side hustle. It becomes a side hustle. It's an organic side hustle that grows out of like your left arm. It's another arm that grows out of your left arm, or any appendage. It's like a brand new appendage that grows out of your life, because there's a realization that you have that ability to begin with, just to use that mentality that is Dinky Tehc, that is financial, spiritual finance, that is these podcasts, that is reflecting upon the potential that you have within you, that lays dormant within you, that's inside of you, and using these podcasts to be able to acknowledge spiritual finance, which has to do with acknowledging accounting in a whole new framework, a whole new value set, a whole new mindset for being able to acknowledge what accounting even is. It has to do with starting with the basis that you're alive, and understanding how much chemistry and energy has to do with just a basic biological structure for a person to be able to be alive to begin with, and to be able to find value within that construct and that sensation of living and being alive, and finding significant value and extreme value within that as the base, core, instance, and presence for your portfolio to begin with, which has to do with spiritual finance and the Dinky Tehc mindset, and that has to do with stepping into the realm of the Change4Games metaverse, or universe, if you will. And so everybody is connected automatically by just acknowledging that these energies are already connected in the whole world. And therefore, when you're able to use this connectiveness, you're able to be anything you want in this landscape, in this side hustle, where once you realize the Dinky Tehc mindset, you automatically get your own side hustle. You automatically get to be your own person of whoever you want to be, whoever that person that's in the closet is in your dream situation. You are automatically that person. You automatically become that in the Change4Games Studios, just by realizing this realm of the Change4Games Studios realm even exists. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So in addition to that, one extra step is acknowledging that global giving games has to do with just giving. It has to do with just giving, so it's not a matter of getting anything in return. It's not a matter of necessarily thinking that you're going to get money in return. It's a matter of knowing that you're just giving yourself. You're giving yourself to society. You're giving yourself as a part of the equation of the overall global giving games, the global philanthropy energy games. Giving grid that has to do with all humans being connected, so you're automatically given electricity. Also, you're automatically electrified once you just realize spiritual finance is a thing in Dinky Tehc Energy, and you wear that, and therefore you wear that, and we are probably going to have clothes for sale as well. And so when you wear that actual energy, it's like wearing energy. So you're like wearing energy, you're wearing the clothes, you're wearing the clothing, you can wear some of our clothing, and then you're wearing actual energy as well, which is all part of the branding, but it's also part of the reality of trying to actually make an actual purpose beyond the actual situation of having a brand to begin with, which is the purpose of transposing and transforming and trying to transition the nature of the unfulfilled potential market into a realistic global giving game that has to do with voluntourism at the base of it, and everybody getting to be what they want because it's just a side hustle anyway. And social media is in essence free, and you get to use social media and leverage who exactly you want to be in a fantasy, fictitious, fake sense, because you're giving to the world, you're giving something that you can give away every single day, and it can actually make that a reality. It can make that a reality, and you're supposed to try to use and leverage social media to try to be just that person, which is the person that can give the most value to the world in a unique and a superhero kind of sense, a superhero kind of way, where you're making that superhero character out of the clothes that are in your dream closet, for example. And then tomorrow, when you wake up, whatever that superhero is going to do, whatever action they're going to take, if you had unlimited money in the world, if you had unlimited resources in the world, which you now do, you basically now do, because that mindset is limitless. You have no bounds inside of your mind. That mindset is unlimited. It's boundless by nothing. It's definitely not bounded by money, not monetary energy. And just like I'm doing in this podcast, you can blurp and plurp and splurp about anything that you want to talk about inside of a podcast, inside of social media, and become anybody that you want to be by developing that sort of a personal brand, which empowers everybody who's a person in the world to become themselves in the unfulfilled potential market, to be able to fulfill that potential. Just like that closet in the morning, you're able to fulfill that dream closet so that you're able to fulfill then therefore the actions that follow what the dream person in the dream closet is going to be able to do once they realize what's in that dream closet, to be able to outfit what that person's going to do following that outfit and following the actions that are therefore supposed to take place and transcend them in the rest of the day, to be able to also transcend them potentially in this life through visualization and conceptualization into the elements that they might actually want to do and fulfill just by the realization using the Dinky Tehc and spiritual finance mindset. Welcome to the Change4Games Studios realm. Welcome to the Change4Games Studios realm, where everything is boundless and endless, and you are definitely not constrained by monetary energy or the need for monetary energy at all whatsoever, but you are always, all the time, connected to all human beings and humanity, because we are always all connected, and it is just an ever-present game that it is called entrepreneurship. And when you make a personal brand, when you make this personal brand that lives inside your mind, and you just develop the idea and the conceptualization and the discipline and the instance of posting on social media sometimes, but also just developing a personal brand to begin with, and then also being able to dictate and elaborate and grow whoever and whatever that thing is, just by making a fake situation on the side, like a fake side hustle on the side, where you're able to leverage social media and leverage outlets that are social to be able to exert the exertion of whoever that person that's in the closet is. You're getting that thing outside, and you want it to become a thing that exerts itself in the real world realm, and your sense of accounting it shifts and transitions, and your value system shifts and transition, and your sense of accounting becomes different, because that's what spiritual finance is all about, is being able to find importance in the things that you actually love, that make you happy. It has nothing to do with monetary energy, but your sense of accounting reflects upon the Change4Games Studios world, and your sense of accounting is able to reflect upon the Change4Games Studios realm, where everybody is bound and is bound by and generating philanthropy energy in the philanthropy energy global giving games grid. Everybody is connected to the global giving games, philanthropy energy games, philanthropy energy generation system that has to do with the ice rink in the sky, and everybody is generating this energy at all times by just using the Dinky Tehc mindset to set it off, and understanding that we are all connected to philanthropy energy, and electricity is organic and innate colored electricity through your veins now that you've got the Dinky Tehc mindset. Oh yeah, you've got the Dinky Tehc mindset, and you've got this new form of accounting and understanding all this energy in the world that's all around us is all about philanthropy, energy, reproduction, regeneration. That is happening organically by us all playing these games, the global giving games, on top of the ice rink that is in the sky. That is a fictitious place for everybody to make their entrepreneurship characters become alive from their dream closets, and nobody expects anything in return because everybody's having fun playing games on top of the rink that's in the sky. Oh yeah, let's keep playing these games together. Thanks again for participating in conceptualizing and consuming the spiritual mindset and the spiritual finance Dinky Tehc mindset energy, and thanks for wearing this all as well. Oh yeah. Alright, thanks again. We'll see you soon again. Cheers. Alright, thanks again, Dinky Tehc. Peace. Bye.